Most of the time what you find, in fact, in every case that I've ever investigated, it's all a hoax. It's all a hoax. If there are large numbers of people dying, they're dying from something else. You know, like for
a minute of silence for truth. It's been a hot minute. I haven't done that. So, in times such as these, I thought it very appropriate to take a moment, look around as I get into it, my thoughts and opinions of what's going on. What a crazy time to be alive. Yes, indeed. OMG, as they say. So before we get into it, I'm just waiting to get outside, light up a cigarette. I want to give a shout out to all the friends of the channel. That's how we refer to our associates, friends of the channel. Uncle Bob, how you doing? Gonna be sending you something out very soon. John Bonson, keep up the good work. Our friend Tim Osman over at IPS, doing some good work. Mark Devlin, basically listing off a few people that have really helped me make some sense out of all of this craziness. And the more I discover things, new information, then you realize, okay, wait a second, that might be another angle that they're working with, pushing the disinfo. We are aware of disinfo agents being out and about everywhere, literally, because that's the truth of the matter, is that it's all controlled, and we have to come up to our own conclusions for ourselves that will then, hopefully, I guess this is the goal, enhance our very own experience in all of this. Just cutting through some alleyways here so I can go pick up a coffee. And we get 800-page books of what really makes us sick, and everything in there just broken down. These people that have taken years, decade to put together the information, right? So I listened to this 1 hour and a half interview over on Mark Devlin's channel with the authors of Viruses, What Really Makes Us Ill, how they work. And after listening to these individuals explain where they're coming from, their research that they did, their conclusions that they've come up with, I can't help but believe, we'll use the B word, I can't help but believe, because it just makes sense. Makes logical sense. I mean, I'm seeing what they're doing now with the number manipulation and the death tolls, and who's to say they haven't always done it? Well, guess what? They have. So I come back around full circle, where people like John LeBon and IPS, who say, well, it's all a hoax. It's part of the scripted reality that we live in. And if you ain't seeing it now more than ever, well, then you'll never see it. And ultimately, that's what it comes down to. Family members, friends that I share these podcasts with will at one point or another just turn it off and say, nope, this is a hoax, right? So pick your hoax. That's what it boils down to. Once you've been presented with both sides of the argument, and there isn't just two, there's many aspects of this. It's complex, it's deep, it's intricate, with a lot of moving parts, players, agendas, interests. And so, not to quote RV or anything, but it's like you have a puzzle of 10,000 pieces and you only have a few of the puzzles. How could you possibly know what the bigger picture looks like? You can't. And as you go along, you collect little pieces of the puzzle and you put them together and you get a better understanding of the bigger picture. But really, our minds do not have the capacity for a complete picture of what's really going on. But where we can apply what we do know is within our own life. So is there a virus? Well, some people say, well, you don't believe that there's a virus? I believe that there's a virus, and I'm going to protect myself. Okay, fair enough. You do that. But if you listen to the perspectives, if you listen to what other people have discovered, well, maybe you'll change your mind. Oh, you did. And you choose to stick to the official narrative. Okay, then, all the best. Let's talk about something else, right? Let's change the subject. And how's the weather over on your side, right? Oh, I'm the bad guy. I'm the enemy because I don't believe, I'm not following the prescribed antidote. Hey, my friend, how are you? So I'm the enemy, right? Coffee. Luckily, it's ready to brew, so. It's a moment break brought to you by our sponsor of the day. Van Hout. Van Hout. So I'm the bad guy? Because I shared some information with you, and I'm living my life according to this information that I always felt was the reality, and I'm the bad guy. Well, don't come over to my anti-quarantine party then, right? Here, you want to see me make a coffee? Let's see. Don't come over to my anti-quarantine party. You're not invited. So, what's so exciting? Same soup, just we eat it? You have muffins today? A lot of people going to the park? Not today, it's cold, huh? Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. And of course, we all have friends and relatives in different parts of the world, Earth, the globe, whatever you want to call it, that are reading, watching the updates and are very concerned, right? Naturally. But somehow the reports don't correlate with the reality. For example, speaking to my parents who are currently in the south of Africa, they're saying, "Oh, Rick, you know, it's nice, things are opening up again. They opened up the mall the other day, and then Bloemfontein Mall had 22 cases of coronavirus." 22. I go, oh gosh, here we go. And she says, "Well, you know, I spoke to your aunt who lives in where's she live? In Chateauguay. I spoke to your aunt who lives in Chateauguay, and she says it's terrible and that they're closing things down, and that, you know, Montreal is the epicenter of the pandemic. Is it? Is it?" She says, "Rick, is it?" I says, "Well, people are taking public transport. Very few people are wearing masks. People are out on the mountain by the thousands. Well, not today, because it's... Can you see down there? Oh, you can see people walking around, right? Yeah, it's bustling. Maybe a little less because of the weather. But otherwise, police are walking around in groups, not bothering anybody. I guess it ain't so terrible on the ground, right? Oh yeah, and the hospitals are still empty." So the more they pump the fear, they have to rank it up. They have to. There's no choice, okay? You tell a lie big enough and long enough, it manifests itself into reality where people themselves are inducing themselves in this confinement, in this self-quarantine, right? Okay, how's it feel? You enjoying it? Well, there's thousands of people out there, right? People are out and about. Look, should we call the police because there's 5 people standing within a 6 foot diameter? Oh my goodness. Nope. They're living, right? Smiles on their face. Hey. So more and more people are naturally smelling something fishy, something rotten in Amsterdam. And more and more people are just going about their lives as much as they can within bounds, and it can't hold out forever because, well, the truth is in the pudding. People ain't dropping like flies. What virus? Right? So, why? Why are they doing this? Who fucking cares why? Well, relax there, established 1983. Simmer down, buddy. Well, there are many theories. There are many folks out there that are piecing the pieces of the puzzle together and coming up with some sort of understanding. For what purpose? Well, ultimately, to alleviate the anxiety and the fear that is the fundamental building block of all the psyops. Right? And if they're cooking up the numbers now, well, they've always cooked up the numbers. That's what they do. Right? Mind control 101. Who's gonna contest what you're saying? Huh? We'll give them the controlled opposition. We'll give them the doctors going public. Give it all to them, and they'll all just mingle, all just argue and erupt within themselves. And the few people that are actually not participating, well, we're all participating one way or another, right? Crazy time to be alive in. And as long as I think you're not falling for the fear aspect and just trying to maintain some level of normalcy within your own life, within your friends and loved ones, and just sharing stuff, right? If people want to get it, they will get it. If people are happy believing and fearing, I guess we got to let them be so, but it's wrong. Sorry. So yeah, that's my update on this situation right now. As you can see, the sun is coming out. Cars are up and out and about. And I'm heading over to a friend's place to do some liming, some reasoning, as they say. You know? Give a little company. Sharing the... Maybe needs to work on these steps here. No good there. Anyways, on that note, in that tone, I hope you all are doing well. And thank you for spending 15 minutes and 53 seconds with me today. Hopefully you can take something from this, that everything is gonna be just fine. Okay? You gotta stay positive and see through the bullshit and continue doing what you're doing. More videos exposing the truth, because the truth shall set you free. Now I'm fine. All right, on that note and that tone, have a great day, everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all the mommies out there, and the beautiful children of the children of the children. And life will continue as it has and always will. When did it start? When will it end? Those are unknowable things. Ta-da! Bisous! Ciao ciao! Bye! Oh! Okay. See you later.
Thing, and I've been around this rodeo so many times since 1987 on these phony epidemics. So, you know, I've learned through trial and error the kinds of questions you have to ask. Whenever one of these things breaks out, the first thing you have to say is, show me the actual number of cases of whatever this is supposed to be. Show me, and show me how you got there and decided that. I don't want propaganda. I want, you know, the science. Where is it? And then this thing that you say causes this condition, which inevitably turns out to be a virus, show me how you got there too. Show me. And when you start asking those, you know, impertinent questions, most of the time what you find, in fact, in every case that I've ever investigated, it's all a hoax. It's all a hoax. If there are large numbers of people dying, they're dying from something else. You know, like, for example, in Africa. You know, go into any number of places in Africa, and again, severe, you know, generations and generations starvation and severe malnutrition, no sanitation, sewage pumped directly into the water supply, vast overcrowding, land, good land, farming land stolen by major corporations and governments. You know, go down the list. Vaccine campaigns that become incredibly toxic when someone's immune system is already on the edge of failure. You know, you just add all of these things up, contaminated water supplies. Well, the fact is that the local governments and the globalists with their major mega corporations go in there to plunder and pillage, want to keep things that...
As they say, the proof is in the pudding. So, little bonus material for the folks out there. When the sun is out, life goes on. See you soon. Raccoon. Oh yeah, one more thing. Cheer up! Cheer up already, okay? Let's do one more pan. Ça va bien aller, mademoiselle. Oui, 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 oui.